My name is Peter Benjamin, and thank you for having me on this course. I'm the co-chair of the Social Listening and Infodemiology team here in South Africa. Okay, how did this work start? Well, in March, 3 years ago now, the RCCE was set up in the initial emergency around COVID. Then actually it was about a year later that the Infodemiology Working Group started up as part of the RCCE under the Department of Health, with a huge amount of help from IRA, the African Infodemic Response Alliance. And I was fortunate to be trained in some of the WHO CDC courses, and that helped set us up. Okay. What we were doing is, this is on the IRA model of identifying through social listening, producing content, simplifying it to go out, amplifying, get the message out there. And we're actually weaker, I'd say, at the quantifying, finding out what was actually happening with this content. Okay, what we were doing, particularly in the social listening step, was getting a lot of content online, offline, community, broadcast media, lots of people coming in. And we had many partners at different stages of the project. One of the things we were, discovering over time is the waves of enthusiasm. This list is the largest number we ever had in any of our meetings. It's over 40. It's now down to about 10 organizations that participate each week. So definitely groups in and out, which meant there was a real need for finding new sources of information, inviting other people in to the group, both for the information coming in, the social listening, and for distributing information out. For example, in the last about 8 months, we've had Vax Champs, the vaccine champions. There are about 50,000 of them, and we get some useful content in from them from around the country. So over the past few years, we have been able to move to a quite regular, routine, weekly process of social listening, on meetings on Friday, write it over the weekend, to writing the communications priorities to come out on Monday, that to then go into a lot of media to be distributed during the week. We produce these sorts of reports that have been going since May 21, about almost 2 years ago now. Now, on some of the key lessons and moving on to make this more routine. Well, first, one thing we really learned is it's not enough just to track the online or the offline. There's very interesting, if you like, interactions between the two. Before the vaccination campaign started, online really drove the conversation because people in South Africa really didn't know what was going on. So anyone who claims to have content, even if it was complete rubbish, junk from Europe or North America, they were listened to a lot. Then in the early stages of the vaccination campaign, that's when there was most active contestation. People were asking genuine, real questions. Where can I go? Side effects? How do you know that it's effective through developing so quickly? Then when it got quite stable, the online anti-vax stuff was actually extremely repetitive. But offline, the conversation developed as people became more and more familiar with these tools. Mostly there were two separate conversations from about a year ago, online and offline, except occasionally there was crossover, like that thing about the over 1,000 Pfizer side effects, which was completely misinterpreted. That cut over. Okay, and now it's basically only the anti-vaxxers talking about it online. Most normal people have moved on in their lives. There isn't that active a discussion. So what we've learned, first, partnerships do take effort to build and maintain. Information gaps are usually more important than misinformation. You need to show the benefit within the Department of Health, so there's an organizational base. and be clear what you're doing, what you're measuring, and for whom this is all being done. Thank you.